Hi, today's lesson is called triangulation. We're also going to be talking about opposition since they go hand in hand. In this endgame, it's White's turn. He's trying to promote a pawn. Well, obviously, he can't move the pawn up since he'll be taken. So White has a few choices. If he brings his king behind the pawn, Black is merely going to just bring his king forward in front of the pawn, creating opposition. Opposition is where the kings are an odd square apart. Notice just one square apart in this position. And it's not your turn to move. You would have opposition. It's now White's turn to move. He simply can't get the opposition here doing these moves. So in this position, we know going here is not a good idea. He would only get the opposition if Black made a blunder. So if Black went like this, then White would get opposition. But we're assuming that Black knows what he's doing, and he would always get the opposition with that move. Okay, so we know that moving here is a bad idea. If White moves here with his king, Black also creates opposition, and White cannot advance. So what does White do? White is going to triangulate his king to get to the same position, but have it Black's turn. So in this position, White's going to bring his king back to d4. Notice if the Black king does move to c7, White's just going to come here, get the opposition. Black is going to back up, and White will win the game. Queen, checkmate. So we know he cannot move to c7 because of the opposition. Black is going to just go to d8, keeping the distant opposition. It's an odd square apart, 3 squares apart. So Black is doing fine here. We do know that the king can't go here because Black will get the opposition. So White is going to go to c4. Notice the Black king can't go to this square, can go to c8, and can go to c7, but we know c7 loses the opposition. So Black is going to go to c8. And the White king now is going to come over here to d5. Notice the White king just triangulated and made a triangle. Okay, this is the same position as we had before, but now it's Black's turn. Okay, Black has 3 options: b8, d8, c7. We know c7 loses, but b8 also loses. In this position, it's Black's turn. He's going to go over here. Notice I'm going to promote, but I cannot promote to a queen. If I promote to a queen, it's Black's turn. He's not in check, but he also cannot move his king or his pawn, and that would be a draw, a stalemate. So I'm going to promote to a rook, and I'll come down, get out of the way, and I'll win the game. So in this position, we know b8 loses. Black also loses if he goes to d8 because of the opposition that White gets. And we're in the same position. Don't forget, promote to a rook. So in this position, the only thing Black can try is to come to c7, where he will lose opposition and also lose the game. That is called triangulation and opposition. So the last example is winning opposition using triangulation. Here's another way to win opposition. In this example, it's White's turn. The king moves to e6. Black is just going to go to e8, get the opposition. Check. Now it's Black's turn. He cannot move his king anywhere. He cannot move his pawn. He's not in check. That is a stalemate. if white tries d6. The same thing will occur. Stalemate. So how does white win the opposition here? He's going to sacrifice his f-pawn. Black has opposition here. Notice that white has opposition here. And white again has opposition here, forcing the king to retreat into the corner. White takes the pawn. And white promotes and wins the game. So that's another way to get opposition, by sacrifice. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. And don't forget to stop by my other two channels, Rick the Piano Man and Praying Mantis 72, the most subscribed pool trick shot channel on YouTube. Thanks.